Alright, here are some of the guided notes for section 9.2. So again, the first thing we're going to look at is simple interest. So you want to remember the formula that you have, which is this formula right here, where I equals PRT. So that is going to be your simple interest formula. So let's look at an example. So it says find the interest paid on a loan of $800 at 8.5% annual simple interest for 2 years. So the first thing that we need to remember is that 8.5% is the same as 8.5%, and we need to convert that into a decimal, so divide by 100, and you're going to get 0.085 as your decimal. Okay, so even if you're given fractions, convert over to your decimal form, and then you can use it in the problem. So here, interest is PRT. So if we look at the formula, P is going to be my $800. R is going to be that rate, so 0.085. And T is the time, and in this case it said 2 years. So we're going to multiply all of those together, and you should come out with 136. So again, please make sure that you check my math and you do the work along with me. So let's look at another one. It says Alex took a $53,000 construction loan to remodel a house. The loan rate is 7.3% simple interest per year and will be repaid in 6 months. So how much does Alex pay back? So when we're talking about time, remember time is in years, and in this case we were told 6 months. Well, 6 months is the same as 1/2 of a year, which, to make life easy as a decimal, is 0.5 years. So now interest is going to be my 53,000 times my rate of 0.073 times my years, 0.5. So in this case, when we're looking at how much he owes, we are now looking at a total of $54,934.50. Okay? Now, compounding interest, remember, is the formula where we are now going to be compounding multiple times throughout the year depending on what the problem asks. So the first thing you need to remember is that this is the formula here. So compound interest says A equals P times 1 plus your rate over the number of times compounded, raised to the NT. Now, the other formula that you have to pay attention to is this one here, which is called your Pert Formula. And this one is used only if you see the word continuously. Okay? And as always, round to the nearest cent unless otherwise indicated. So let's look at an example. So we have that Kathy borrowed $6,300 at 9.25% for 5 years, compounded annually. So what do we know? Well, we know my P is going to be my 6,300. We know my rate was 9.25%. So let's look at what that actually means. Well, rate here means 9.25%. So when we convert that to a decimal, it's 0.0925. Okay? Now we also know that we are compounding annually, so N is 1. And it says, what is the total amount of the loan and how much interest will she pay on the loan? Well, we were also told that the duration was 5 years. So in order to find your total, we have to use our compound formula. So A equals P times all that mess. So we've got 6,300 times 1 plus my rate, 0.0925, divided by the number of times we're going to compound, so that's 1, raised to the 1 times 5. So again, you're going to work the inside out, so you're going to start on the inside and then work your way out, and when you do that, you should come up with $9,805 even. So that's the total. Now, to find your interest, remember you have to take your total, so A, minus what you put into it. So to find my interest here is going to be $98.05 minus the loan, $6,300. So this is going to give me an interest of $35.05. Okay. So if you're looking at what were the specific answers, well, your first answer is right here, and your second answer is right here. So this is a two-answer problem. Okay. Let's look at another one. So here we need to find the future value for a loan of $850 at 11% compounded monthly for 3 years. So my P is going to be $850. My R was 11%, which is the same as 0.11. My N is compounded monthly. My T is 3 years. So we're trying to find the value of the loan. So A is equal to 850 times 1 plus 0.11 over 12 raised to the 12 times 3. Again, you're going to work from the inside out, and when you do that, you should come up with $11.80 and 55 cents. And that would be the answer you're looking for, since this is not asking for anything else. So this would be the future value of that loan. Now last, you need to please correct the typo. So here, find the future value of an investment of $10,550. If it is invested at, well, you need to put in there the percentage, so 5.3%, for 4 3/4 years compounded continuously. So there's that word continuously, which means this is the Pert equation. So here P is going to be 10,550. R is going to be 5.3%, which is the same as 0.053. My T is 4 3/4 years, which is the same as 4.75 years. So here we're going to use Pert. So this is going to set up as 10,550 e to the 0.053 times 4.75. So if we look at that, okay, so we have P, so 10,550, and we're going to times, remember you need to hit your E button, okay, E, open a parentheses here, so we can do 0.053 times 4.75 and close it and hit enter. So we are looking at $13,570, and if you notice, I have 0.195, so this is going to round up to 20 cents. So we have $13,570.20, rounding to the nearest cent. Okay.